Hello, YouTube. Introductions are perhaps in order. I'm Luke, 21, unemployed, single, an anarchist. And, while all of those particular traits of mine may be fascinating in and unto themselves, today I really want to talk about this anarchism label, because there is so much tension, confusion, controversy over this little word, and it's been so hard to get myself motivated to talk about it. It's so frustrating because I'm so passionate about this discussion, and that's what it is. Anarchism isn't a little concept. Anarchism isn't an idea. Anarchism is a discussion, because it is so many concepts that are so incredibly complexly interwoven. Wow, I'm so white. I'm just going to go ahead and de-whiteify myself. There we go. Bronzify. That's the word. And my chair is breaking from underneath me. This is awesome. Anyway, it's been frustrating because I really am very passionate about this discussion that is anarchism, because it is just an amazing series of concepts, I guess, is a good way of saying it. But the problem is that there's so much confusion. There's so much confusion over what these words mean. It seems like the English language, rather, has been defined several times over, and so to discuss these concepts is horribly, mind-bogglingly frustrating. So right now, I just want to define very clearly what I mean when I say anarchism, so that if people would like to engage with me in discussion over these topics, over anarchism, we might do it effectively, because right now we're not on the same page. People don't know what I'm talking about. In order to effectively discuss anarchism, in my opinion, it is crucial that you understand the four following words: anarchism, anarchy, archons, and what I will call nomos, or I'll call it nomos. There's several different words for it I guess you could use, but I'm going to use the traditional Greek words for all of these so that there's no confusion. You can't claim that I'm defining them wrong because I'm using the traditional Greek definitions, so bam, there you go. The number one disagreement I always run into people with is that they're like, oh, you support chaos and destruction and lawlessness, and no, I support anarchy. None of that shit has anything to do with what I support, okay? So there's a little confusion over what it is that what I'm supporting, so I'll define these terms very carefully. When I say, number one, when I say anarchism, I mean any system that is operating without coercion, any voluntary system. The next word is archons. Archons are any individual which are outside the rule of law, or any archons who they have the right to engage in non-voluntary interaction, they have the right to engage in that, meaning they claim they have the right. There's no reason that they would have that right other than the fact that they use force to coerce people. That's the key word. Archons are defined by coercion in a system that operates with coercion. And that is how it's supposed to operate, with coercion. The next word I'm going to define is anarchy. Anarchy is the word that everyone always confuses with anarchism. Anarchism is a system without coercion. Anarchy is a system without laws, ethics, standards, or any of that. The original meaning of anarchy is defined as anything or anyone outside the law being a consistently applied standard. So archons would be an aspect of anarchy, or a condition where the current laws are not applied equally, resulting in illegitimacy or lawlessness. Anarchy. Anarchy and anomie, as I will show in my Venn diagram. Actually, first I'll define the last word. The last word I'm going to call nomos. And that is simply a equally applied law or standard, or a more of a natural law. The thing about archons is that they are creating these laws that they force on other people, but in a state of nomos, or equally applied standards, you can't create arbitrary laws to force on people. Because if you can create arbitrary laws, then everyone can. But of course you would never allow that, and that's why it is anomie, or a state of lawlessness, or there's no standards that are equally applied. So here I have a Venn diagram. I don't know if people are familiar with a Venn diagram. I just have a series of circles, and these circles represent these concepts and how they relate to one another. So we have concept number 1, anarchism. That's right there. And within anarchism, we have a state of consistently applied ethics or standards. And that's right here. I have an L for law, and that's what I was referring to as nomos a second ago. The other circle is anomie. Anomie is, of course, a system that is devoid of any consistently applied ethics or standards. And within anomie, you can find archons. The key thing to remember is that archons are, by definition, incompatible with a consistently applied standard, or consistently applied law. The only reason is that I support anarchism is because you have the potential to reach a consistently applied standard or law. That's the thing. I am not in favor of this little area right here. There is an area in which anomie and anarchism mesh, this little gray area. This is where there are no rulers and there are no rules. That's, a complete state of nature. There's nothing, basically. I don't support that. I support maintaining certain rules. I support condemning hypocrisy. The reason I'm against archons is fundamentally because I condemn hypocrisy. That's basically why. Some people may argue that it is necessary that we have these rulers or archons or institutionalized hypocrisy, basically. Some people may argue that we need this to maintain order or civility or whatever, or the supreme objective moral standard, whatever that may mean. However, I disagree. There are very good arguments supporting my position that you don't need hypocrisy to maintain order. I believe that it is these enlightened ideas themselves that maintain order, not rulers or archons or a ruling class. And it's basically, there's two classes of people. You don't need that. You can have, so I mean, I guess that's a good place to start. So if you want to actually discuss this with me, there's many different areas of the debate. You may argue that we need archons in the area of court systems or roads or any area of the market or the economy or whatever. We can get to that. My channel, from now on, I'm basically going to be looking for videos that try to argue against anarchism and show how those videos are completely wrong and try to basically debunk all of this government propaganda, because you don't need a ruling class. It's ineffective, inefficient from an economic point of view, and immoral, and you don't need it. So that's what I'm going to be arguing from now on, I think. Peace.